So good evening, Rabotai. The subject of the shiur is New Year, like I promised. We're going to speak today about New Year's. And the reason that I chose to speak about the New Year's, because there's many of us that doesn't understand what New Year means. And many of us usually stand up and lift up a toast. You know what I'm saying? Saying cheers on New Year's, drinking for the New Year's. Should we do that? Shouldn't we do that? We'll find out today. With the limited time that we have, I'm going to try to compose the most important event that going to speak about the New Year's Eve. בעזרת השם נעשה ונצליח והשם עלינו ברחמיו ירוויח. I don't know how many of you know the second name for New Year's. New Year's in South Africa is in English, the word New Year's. But in Europe, in Israel, and many other countries in the world, New Year's considered or being called the Sylvester. I don't know how many of you know. And a matter of fact, they're publishing a big event on New Year's and big parties, big event, really. Sylvester is a big event in Europe, in Israel. It's good for the business. Moti said it's good for the business. Sorry, Paul? Why they call it Sylvester? That's what I'm going to speak today. Why they call it the Sylvester? Sorry?
On the Christmas day, it was big restaurant open. It was full. Who is the owner? Jewish people opened the restaurant. It's business.
Business, yeah. What about our religion? Business. What about our religion? You know, we have a religion. So anyway, we're coming towards New Year's, and many good Jews celebrate New Year's, or let's call it the Sylvester. And not many of us know what's happened. Many years, thousands of years, how many good Jews been prosecuted, been murdered, been slaughtered, raped, been killed during that time? Paul, you look surprised. No, it's very good that you look surprised. I'm happy, because now you're going to hear. So why they call it the Sylvester? Why is it so important that they call it the Sylvester? First of all, let's start. Who was the Sylvester? Sylvester was the first pope. And he served during the time 314 to 335 for the Common Era. Remember, he was the first pope, 314 to 335 for the Common Era. Okay? Sorry? Wait, I'll get to it. I'll get to everything. Because some people doesn't know. So, Sylvester was the first pope, and he managed to convince the Roman Caesar Constantine, or Constantinos, however you want to call it, and he managed to convince him, and he became a Christian. Caesar Constantine converted to Christianity. That's by the influence of, remember, Sylvester. What led later on, by the influence of Sylvester, that the Caesar Constantine, just remember, until then, the Roman Empire was all paganism. You remember we spoke about it last week. Now, they turned the paganism to Christianity. You with me, Rabotai? What's led later on by the influence of Sylvester, that he received a document in his English name, I don't know how many of you know it, the Order of Milan. Did you hear about the Order of Milan? Yeah. The Order of Milan. His Latinic name, Edicat Milano. That's his Latinic name, Edicat Milano. I see that Menachem say yes, you remember, you heard about it. The Order of Milan. What is the Order of Milan? The Order of Milan, given the Christian, especially the Catholic Christian, or the Catholic, church, a freedom of religion. Not only that, that they give him excessive authority above all the other religion. And that's led Sylvester, okay, to put different rules, actually very evil rules against the Jews. What does it mean, evil rules? That means he constitutes that he took all the civil right of the Jewish people that lived in a Roman Empire in that day. Not only that, he completely canceled all the human rights of the Jews. Whoever didn't want to convert to Christianity, basically been persecuted and killed. That's Sylvester. Let's continue on. Sylvester was, as you all know, as you hear now, anti-Semite. The biggest anti-Semite that ever was the Sylvester. Sylvester died on the 31st of December, 335 for the Common Era. The Catholic Church chose his day, as they choose for every one of their saints that they call it a day. And his day had been appointed as the 31st of December. And that's what they call the Sylvester. You understand why they call it the Sylvester, Paul? You ask me why. Not only that, it's well known that the influence that Sylvester have. The Catholic Church have so much influence that when Sylvester, the first Pope, told King Richard, the King of England, Richard, and the King of France, Louis, to start the first crusade, the early crusade, they didn't have a choice. They're gone and they started the crusade, the first crusade. From here we see the influence that Sylvester had. And that started the crusade. Not only that, Sylvester forced Christianity in the world with a string of the sword. That means cruelty and sword. Whoever didn't want to convert to Christianity, die, chopped. The history tells us, Rabotai, that thousands and thousands of Jews been killed, been prosecuted, been murdered during that time that Sylvester was a pope in a Roman Empire. I would like to share with you a few events. Before I start the few events, there is any question? No. So let's start with the event. I'm going to bring only 3 events that happened on the 31st of December. That means 31st of December Eve. That means Sylvester night. The New Year's, what they call it in English. In 1400, for the Common Era, 31st of December, during the feast of the wine that the Christians have, started the organized program in certain cities in England, France, and Germany against the Jews. Remember, 1400 for the Common Era, 31st of December at night, midnight, the first organized program, England, France, and Germany. By the permission, there is a permission. They didn't done it just like that. Organized program. I'm going to skip now quite a bit. I'm going to move to the 90s. 1941, December 1941, okay? 31st of December 1941, not long ago, Rabotai, not long ago. New Year's Eve, Sylvester Eve. German soldier, and that night, in Warsaw, killed over 600,000, Rabotai, 600,000 Jews, men, women, and children. I repeat, 31st of December 1941, German soldier celebrated the Sylvester, the New Year, by killing 600,000 Jews, men, women, and kids, not long ago. Now I'm going to bring evidence from the trial of Eichmann. You all hear about Eichmann. Am I right?
For sure.
For sure, very good. So in the trial of Eichmann, any one of you remember the trial of Eichmann? You remember? Okay, let's see if you remember that evidence. 1942, December 31st, Sylvester night.
The next year.
The next year, yeah? It's very difficult to say it, but in 1942, in a concentration camp, that killing machine of the concentration camp in Auschwitz. By the way, what I forget to mention, that those 600,000 men and women that died in 1941, they die in Warsaw. That's the difference. In 1942 in Auschwitz, December 31st, Auschwitz, the killing machine, working extra force, killing Jews, what never used to be happen every day. That's mean on that night, especially, the German put the fire of the cremating machine to kill Jews. How many Jews been murdered? Thousands. Thousands and thousands of Jews died. And that been documented on the Eichmann trial. Rabotai, that's all happened while the Pope in 1942 blessed his believers. While the crying voice of the Jews in Germany disappeared with the cheers of the drunk people that celebrate Sylvester that night. That means the voice of the Jewish people that been killed, been burned, murdered, whatever you want to call it, disappear with the cheers of the drunk Christian people that cheers to the Pope while he was blessing his believers. The Vatican knew exactly what's happened. You think that they care? Rabotai? Not only that they didn't care, they didn't even try to stop it. As a matter of fact, there is some document that they knew about it, about what's happened in Germany, what's happened in a concentration camp, Rabotai, and they pretended that they didn't know. I don't want to say that they encouraged it. There's many documents that have been sent to the Vatican, to the Pope, to try to stop it. But many Jews all over the world, and the Vatican pretended that they didn't hear about it. Any questions so far? No. So those are the three evidence that I brought just to prove what's happened on the 31st of December Eve, what they call it the Sylvester. Now you understand why they call it Sylvester, Paul? Now I'm going to go to halachically. The Rambam was Aharon. The Rambam, Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon, born in Cordova, in Spain, 882 years ago. And he wrote the famous book, Mishneh Torah, the Rambam. In Ilchot Avodah Zarah, in the law of Avodah Zarah, idol worshipping. In chapter 7, Rabotai, chapter 7, law number 3. Listen what he said. I'm just going to say it very shortly. I'm not going to go through all the halacha. Anything that done for the sake of Avodah Zarah, or that been done for the name of Avodah Zarah, we're not allowed to have a benefit from it. What does that have to do? The Maran Bet Yosef that wrote the Shulchan Aruch, wrote a commentary on a Rambam. and it's called Kesef Mishneh. And he, on his commentary on that halacha, listen what he said on a commentary of the Rambam. He said there, and he paskin la halacha, that the festival of the Gentile are forbidden for us to celebrate. Why? Not only that we forbidden to celebrate, we forbidden to get any benefit. And I'll stop here for 1 second and I'll answer Moti. Moti say everything for money, and I understand where is Moti come. Money, 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 money. I don't know how many of you on a group saw the video that I sent in Germany in Hanukkah. Did you see it? No. You didn't see, you're not in a group then. I sent the video, please, Rabotai, please, ask Norman Mendel to link you up to the group, to my group. On that video I show what the German men say. So for those of you that didn't see it, a German man stood outside a kosher Jewish restaurant where it was a Hanukkah. And he approached the owner and he said to him, you're not going to live, you Jews, not going to live more than 5 to 10 years. Not only that, he said to him that he had nothing to do in Germany. That I agree. I agree. But that's not the issue. You know what he said to him? Your place in only in a gas chamber. That was 2017, Rabotai. Hanukkah, 2017, not long ago. A few days ago.
Rabbi, if you look at
One sec. Sorry, what did you ask?
No, I said it's this year.
Sorry?
This year.
2017 is this year.
this year. Yeah.
Few days ago, Simon, few days ago, it just show you the hatred
Still there.
in Germany.
We'll never
The
get rid of it.
anti-Semitism that there is in the world. Sorry, Lionel.
I saw the newspaper photograph. Had a big sign, Auschwitz. I could see what else it said, but obviously you Jews must be.
Obviously.
Don't
Yeah.
forget Auschwitz.
Yes, Paul, sorry.
Just to go to Morty's point.
I'm gonna get to it.
When Germany wants to give us back, pay us back reparations, should we say, no, we're not going to take that?
Paul, for me, I'm from a Sephardi background. My family my roots, it's 8th generation in Israel. My family came from the Spanish Inquisition. I can't comment for a person that received money from Germany. It's not for me to. You can't speak on behalf of those people, because some people say, no, I want them to pay. I want them to pay for all the harm and all the suffering that my family gone through. For me, it's not to judge. But let's go back to Moti. Moti said it's all about money. You know what that German man said to the owner of the restaurant? All you think about money, like this he done to him. And unfortunately, we need to hear it from a Gentile. And that's the sad part. That we as Jews, giving our money to go to party to celebrate those that kill us, to celebrate, Rabotai, the 31st of December, the man that killed us, the man that raped us, cremate us, gassed us, whatever you want to call it. Who started it all during? Sylvester, Rabotai. You understand, the first pope. So that was the halacha. Now, sorry.
So that's why they call New Year after that, after Sylvester. How did it get?
So the Christian in they believe they give every one of the bishops, because Sylvester was a bishop. They given him a date. When they died, they give him a date. The date of Sylvester was the 31st of December, and that's what they're celebrating. Lehavdil, lehavdil. You know, they're celebrating. So now I would like to ask you a question. I would like to summarize. Sorry, Lionel.
Rabbi, I want to say, I remember when in the early days of Israel, the modern Israel, the early days, there was big discussion, big arguments that should they receive reparations from Germany or not. But they said that we're a young country, a very young country, we need the arms to survive. And at the end of the day, what I understand anyway, they had to accept it in order to survive.
I really
There's
don't want to
big
comment
arguments.
on it. I really don't want to comment, I tell you, because whatever I say, I'm going to hurt people's feeling. It's not for me to judge other people. You know, especially not me, because my family, Baruch Hashem, never was there. And I really feel for those people.
There were two schools of thought. There was Bailey, who said under no circumstances do we accept blood money. Under no circumstances. And then there were the others, the Labour, who said what Lionel said, we need the money, we need this, we need that, we need the other thing. And they were in the majority.
I sent another today. I don't know if you see the next video that I sent. Did you see the second video? No. About the left. I'll send it again today. The left in Israel, what they do, how much damage they do to the Jewish people.
We got them here in Johannesburg, Rabbi.
You're not in
Peace.
Israel now.
Peace for
The
Palestine,
Iraqi
Jews for...
You get money also.
Yeah,
Was that also killed?
yeah.
in Iraq?
You know, Spain, but I don't know how many of you know, the Spanish government offered the Spanish people to come and to receive citizenship from Spain. You know that?
After the Jews, you mean, Rabbi?
Yeah, the Jews. We're speaking about Jews.
When was that? Just recently?
That was, I tell you now, close to 6-7 months ago. First time that I hear about it.
This year.
And I tell you how I hear about it, because my son heard about it, and he asked me, why shouldn't we get a passport? I say, you want to go back to build another country after all what they done to us? You understand? That's what I don't understand. People going back to Germany.
Yes.
But again, Rabota, I'm not here to judge. It's not for me to say anything. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to try to spread why not to celebrate the 31st New Year's Eve. Let me summarize now, and I'll ask you a question, but don't be upset with me. If I'll ask everyone here, would you mind celebrating Adolf Hitler, Yimach Shemo V'Zichro, birthday? The first thing that all of you, I saw the face that you put, you say, are you nuts? What are you talking about? Some people that survived the Holocaust most probably will stand up now and will give me a mapola, if not a clap.
Yeah, but sorry to
But-
say something. In Israel, when celebrate, it's not the first 31st, the first.
Wait. When did he die? When did he die?
12 o'clock. You see what it is?
The difference is,
A new year.
what does it mean a new year? But that's, I show you all the evidence. No. Let's stop. No, What are they celebrating? What are they celebrating? Never mind the date. They celebrate? No, they call it the Sylvester party.
Yeah, but not in the 31st is using.
What do you mean not the 31st? When is the party start? Sorry. When is the party start? Moti, when is the Mati? No, wait. No, wait.
12 o'clock when it starts.
Moti, when are they start the party?
12 o'clock.
What? 12 o'clock they're going to... They there before, because there is a meal, they're sitting around, they're dancing. Please.
I'm not thinking about Sylvester, think about the new year.
Yeah, but I think, Rob, in Israel, I don't think it's celebrating the New Year. I think it's just a reason to have a party.
That's exactly, but
It's
that's
not
what
a
I'm saying.
celebration
But it's
of
not
the
the point. That's exactly what I'm trying to get to. Will you celebrate Hitler, Yimach Shemo V'Zichro, or any other Nazis?
Never, but the fact is a lot of people don't know who...
That's exactly, because they don't know, that's why we're here to spread. That's why I done. So if we're not going to celebrate Hitler, that killed only 6 million Jews, you know how many people die, Rabotai, since 314 for the Common Era until today for anti-Semitism?
How many?
Or because they're Jews? And especially on those days?
Hasn't stopped. It's never
Today,
stopped.
it's the same
It's never
story.
stopped. Throughout the
How many,
ages.
Rabbi?
I have no idea.
Rabbi, I need to tell
No
you,
one can tell you. How can they say? How they even can count?
Rabbi, I need to tell you about Hitler's birthday. I know from the men, the Jewish boys who did judo, who used to go to the cafes in Hillbrow and start the fights with those fine gentlemen. And I remember once that they arrested one of the Jewish boys, they put him in a police van, but it didn't have a lock. So one of the fighters came and just turned the handle and he released him. But they used to go on Hitler's birthday to the cafes in Hillbrow and F up the Germans. Just telling you.
But
One of them was Mickey David.
They used to go to the club.
I heard, but that's, Rabota, that doesn't make us any better.
No,
To
100%.
fight, it doesn't make us. What we have to understand exactly what I'm telling Morty, exactly what I'm telling Mark. To fight, not going to solve. By that we spread the word, what's happened on the 31st, and especially on the 31st at night, at midnight, that's how we can stop celebrating. And who is stopping celebrating?
Killing of the youths, yeah.
I don't care that they're celebrating. You think that I care what they do? That they get drunk and they throw a fridge from Hillbrow? You think that I care? That doesn't bother me. I care about us Jews. So let's summarize it again, Rabotai. If we hear again a party, we should think twice. I'm going to the 31st party. I'm going to celebrate the New Year's. Just remember what's happened in those times. 2000, the millions of Jews that been murdered during the years. Instead of going to a party, let's study a bit more Torah. Let's bring string to the world. And then you'll see the difference. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu will see that we really care and we're really studying Torah. Then please God, He'll send us Mashiach Tzidkenu speedily in our days and redeem us. Yes, Simon.
And this happened only on the 31st December year continuously.
No.
There were many. It was crystal
It
night.
was not once and for all.
It wasn't once. What I'm trying to say, it was all year around. That's who started all of those prosecution against us? Sylvester. Because he was an anti-Semite. All the law that he started lead to anti-Semitism. You understand what I'm trying to say?
But I'm a little bit confused. You said 1941.
No, I brought few edits. No. I brought, Simon, all I done, I brought three different
There were more.
events that happened. There's plenty more, because if we sit here and we try to speak about the event, we'll be here all night and all day.
There were the main ones.
You know? You understand what I'm trying? Yes.
There's another one that's become popular to recognize is Valentine's Day. Same thing.
Yeah.
What about the famous Crystal Nacht?
Yeah.
That where
Yeah,
they
yeah.
First,
1942, you talk about the people that they were
In a concentration camp.
also killed, but there is the body that disappeared. Right?
Yeah.
Now what I want to know, this body, it just disappeared. Where did this body go?
Sorry? When the body disappeared, what was it? They burnt him, yes? Criminated.
Oh, so when you mean they criminated,
they first gassed.
Yes.
First gassed them.
they just disappeared.
So, okay,
he doesn't-
Rabotai, I hope that I brought you a little bit to understand what is the 31st. And if you hear about the 31st, try to influence those that you can. It's especially amongst the youth, those youngsters that don't understand.
They go for the
I don't
drink up.
blame, they go for the drink, but what are we celebrating?
Rabbi,
They're not.
a lot of them people don't understand. They first gassed the Jews, then they cremated those Jews, and they even used the bodies to make soap.
Yeah.
And fertilizer?
And I've got facts because what happened to my family. All they used everything. They took everything from them.
What about the gold teeth?
Everything.
Rabotai,
Everything.
the glasses. If you go to Yad Vashem,
You see thousands.
if you really want to be the praise, go to Yad Vashem. You know when the last time I was at Yad Vashem? I was in a high school. I don't think that I want to go there anymore. I get so depressed.
But there's
I mean, we have to know. I can't take it. It's just me. I can't take it.
But isn't it a question? How Hashem created these?
Okay.
They're not even monsters.
Let me just finish and I'll speak to you about it. Rabotai, I hope that I summarized that and I given an answer for the 31st, and may please God, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will have mercy on us, will send, Mashiach Tzidkenu b'mehera b'yameinu, amen, כן יהי רצון.